Last video, we talked about walking in the Spirit so that you don't fulfill the lust of the flesh. So here we're going to look at Satan being a carnally minded demon. And this is important to know. So if you look at Mark 8:33, what's going on is Jesus has told the disciples about what he has to do to redeem mankind, all of the suffering that he has to go through, etc. Peter calls himself rebuking Jesus and saying, no, that's not going to happen. The Lord then rebukes the devil. And he says, get thee behind me, Satan. And the Old English word, he says, for you savorest not the things that be of God, but the things that be of men. All right, so now let's go over to Romans 8:4-6. It says that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. So I want to show you something here. Now, if you look at the word mind in verse 5, where it says, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh. That word in the Greek, mind, is the same word used in Mark 8:33, savorest. They are the same word. So that's how we know that Satan is a carnally minded demon. He is always going to come at the flesh. If you look at the temptation of Jesus, that's what he did. It was all lust of the flesh, lust of the eye, and the pride of life. So what am I getting at? The attacks of Satan and the temptations of Satan are always aimed at trying to get us into the flesh, because the flesh is his domain. So that's why the Bible says when we walk in the Spirit, we won't fulfill the lust of the flesh. In other words, walking in the Spirit is walking above Satan's realm. It doesn't mean that he's not going to try his hand. The attacks come, the temptations come, but they're all aimed at trying to get us into the flesh. But if we walk in the Spirit, we won't fulfill the lust of the flesh. Man, I'm telling you. Because walking in the Spirit, one of the things that it does is it gives us a higher mindset. We have the mind of Christ. We operate out of the mind of Christ, not a carnal nature or a carnal mind. So it is important that we do what I talked about in the first video, that we live that way. The fasting, the praying, all of that. Seeking Jesus, walking in the Word, all of it. Because Satan is a carnally minded spirit. He's always going to try to get you in the flesh. But we, as the sons and daughters of God, we walk and we live in the Spirit.